T1. I think that the TF, if played respectfully and picking up a couple of early Merc threats, can do really well into the LeBlanc. The point and click CC is very important to lock her down.
So reliable.
And if you look at the T1 composition, actually if Jace can decide the tempo in that matchup, but Gen.G, not to be scared, use their bot and mid lane prio to pick themselves up at the free Drake.
Yeah, you say it's free, it really is in every sense of the word. There was no way that T1 were going to challenge that one.
Area, or Cuz rather, isn't in the area, like, no way we're going for that one. And as T1, this is still fine. There's no cause for alarm just yet. You have a lot of pressure in the top lane. That matchup is playing itself out very, very good.
Here we go. Rascal has his flash, but is that going to be enough as the stun will come in? The burst damage from the two players of T1 will be enough, just barely. Faker going to be able to pick that one up as Kana had to get out with the turret aggro. That is how you use one of those winning lane matchups.
But without Rascal, I don't know if you really can. Nice poke landing though.
Yeah, just a little bit, but at the end of the day, we do see Clid up on the top side, just flirting with the idea of a kick. Okay, here we go. Just gonna get Kana totally out of position, and down he will go. That's only the one kill, and it's traded back by Gumayusi. Ends T1 pick up the Rift Herald, so they kind of laugh their way to the bank as Ziggs casually does 1,800 damage.
But again, there is still teleport available. Now Kana, he doesn't need to go for this. This is not necessary at all. Nicely executed from Clid, but then the combination of Faker as well as the final bomb coming through from Guma.
So casual. Gumayusi not really down on the bottom side as it looks like he wanted to rotate. They're trying to pressure here for the Rift Herald to get some value on the already pretty low turret up on the top side. And they'll just be able to get those plates, but not much else. Well,
yeah, I mean it happens.
Yeah.
But it's not very common. Oh, Rascal.
Yeah, he's okay. Even Kana's here, and oh yeah, there's of course a bear on the other side, and he has ultimate with red buff. You're just not getting away from that one as T1 commit 3 to pick up, again, a pretty free kill up on the top side.
GEN.G composition, while the pick potential is really, really good, even at this point in the game, even with the deficit that they're on currently.
Oh boy, Insta Cleanse comes out, and he still loses 70% of his health, so no longer does Varus remain. They're going to have those cooldowns ready for the next Infernal fight. It's actually perfectly timed as they get that turret pretty much for free with the help of course, Shelly.
You can teleport him back here, but again, you need this one as T1, and with all the poke from Ruler rather doing so much work. It's a good start of the fight, but it's not quite enough yet to scare off T1.
Yeah. You got to see some more of this poke from T1 landing. The shock blasts haven't really been there. Only a couple of bombs have really landed as here we go. Faker going up on the top side. Nice taunt here from Light as that bomb from Ziggs doesn't get much done. Actually, Cuz and Keria are extremely low at this point. They still have to stick around, but Light, he's kind of stuck in the pit. Thankfully, he has his trusty stopwatch to keep him alive, and he will flash away. And you can see the health bar is so low actually on both sides now as finally some of that poke from T1 is coming in. Cuz way on the backside there wants to get a smite down just for some health at this point in time. That's how close this fight is. As even getting that shield as well. Coming on over, and I think T1 have done a decent job of bullying them out, but now Keria is going to need an arrow to the back. It is just on a knife's edge right now. BDD trying to do his part.
Mana getting low.
Yeah, at some point you just run out. That's a nice engage, and actually Clid, he gets the kill onto the dragon, and BDD is going to feast on some low health bars here. He gets the one, but he's going to trade his life for it as Gumayusi, that is one sad Ziggs. As Ruler and Rascal on the run here as well. I think T1 in a good spot to take both of them down at least. As Rascal also going to get flanked here and go down. But at the end of the day, Gen.G did pick up that Infernal Drake, which is more than worth its weight in gold.
And now it just means as T1, you are still given the opportunity to take over this game. And that's what you need to do. It is, in the end, after what feels like a minute-long
fest. See who comes out ahead this time around. Gen.G might consider some kind of maneuver here instead of getting just poked out to death, as it's going to be T1 actually that go for the maneuver. as that is the insta-cleanse out of Ruler. BDD over the wall. He's just going to get the GA by himself away from Kana. And Ruler's going to live here. We got the kick for disengage. And BDD is still full health. Look at the amount of damage he's getting done, but he can't do it all alone here as Ruler now trying to kite back. And you can see that T1, they say no more poke out of this LeBlanc. We just got to engage and take them out. And that they will. They're going to secure the fight and the Drake here as Klid is down.
Immaculately played there by BDD, but it's not enough. And this is where T1 reaps the rewards of how well they've been playing this early to mid game. It's amazing though.
It really is. And they've got Keria waiting here in the wings because no flash available, but he does have his ult. And you can see BDD's not landing that poke just yet. Red side Forest, still a thing. Able to do a little bit of damage, but here we go. Here's that turn, and poor Light is just not able to get much done in this game. As what is that damage? Forest still a thing, apparently. Really nice satchel on a Rascal, and he's going in, and BDD gets the huge assassination. So many low health bars here on the side of Gen.G, but they will definitely stop the Baron from happening. At this point in time with a pretty nice gold lead here, and they're picking up some Drakes. Gumayusi maybe now the one who has to be scared, as we see the damage now is just insane. That's going to be the stopwatch blown, and he's not in a good spot. There's no peel for the T1 jungler. And down he will go once again, and Gen.G are taking back control of this game.
I don't think they can... they're going to go for it anyway. Guma doesn't have teleport available, but with the poke available for T1, they should still maybe try and contest it, but the damage from Gen.G is terrifying. Are they really going to give this up? Because if you give up this Baron...
it's rough.
Well, actually contesting for the Infernal is also going to be almost impossible.
The Destiny helps out so much in keeping them alive, and Ruler's going to have to flash away. Look at the poke that they have. As the turn comes in, and Kana is just going to blow up the Lee Sin. Down he goes, and even BDD is going to be going down here. They thought they had him, but it was actually the clone. And now Ruler's all alone with no flash. He has the cleanse, and look at this, putting on the moves, but unfortunately, he is all alone, and the TPs are coming in. T1's trying to end the game.
That was a 50-50 call there from Kana trying to get the final kill. And now, the death timers are, I think, relatively short. I don't actually know if you can actually end the game with how low your health bars are. T1, they want to go for it. I don't think it's going to work out. Ruler is there.
Oh, they're going.
God.
They're
God. Soul's online as well.
Yeah, they have a Ziggs, and that's some insane dodging coming out from Faker. And look at this, just flashing forward. Faker's going to go into his Zhonya's. They just got to hit the Nexus here, and I think they will have enough. There it will be, 32 minutes. And T1 are going to shut this game down before it gets too out of hand.
The Nidalee Renekton, not what it used to be. And I think you could have taken a much more comfortable direction here. You could have gone for the Galio in mid lane, you know, pick some AD jungler with that. It's also still...
And we do have Klid down on the bottom side, maybe trying to get a little bit more proactive down here instead of letting the Ziggs survive for free. Double flash taken away from the Gumayusi Keria lane. So already being cleared out here. They're even pushing the mid lane. You can see how slow this Rift Herald is going down. As T1 definitely looking to fight this one. They're trying to burst down Keria, and will they be able to? The answer is yes. They take a lot of damage in the process, and Faker is frontlining like a madman. He's going to be able to take down Life. You can see that this Rift Herald so close actually to resetting, but it will go the way of Gen.G as Kana's trying to get in there. He will go down, but trade a kill. As Faker's still full health and a huge menace, they want to pick up as many kills as possible. BDD still has that ultimate available, and he will be able to get over the wall. But maybe not the same to be said here for Ruler and Klid, as they are just hunting them under the turrets. Cuz gets pretty low. The Shuriken is going to miss. And Cuz is just running into him, trying to get the bait off, and he will. Baits them both back in and will survive, as now the Shock Blast comes in. TP coming out from Rascal as he's trying to help out his team. The fights never end here. T1, they're still looking for more.
They're going to keep going?
Yeah.
Carry us back.
You might as well. I mean, the health bars are full, and they're going to be able to get more as life goes down. Cuz is going to be totally fine. How about some bonus plates? It's a feast here for T1.
That's what we want to see from Renekton Italy, baby. It's taken away.
Some decent poke, but you're also going up against Ziggs and Nidalee and Jace. So, you know, T1, like I said, throw this Rift Herald down, use that to get pressure. The Ziggs plus Rift Herald combo is just disgusting. There's no real other way to say it. You just take free turrets every time. And again, they can just get position here. They've got the plant as well to get Keria back to full health. Let's see how Gen.G try to maneuver this, as Gumayusi actually takes a lot of damage. T1 this time, they even have the healing from Nidalee. So some of that poke as well from the side of Gen.G is negated. As Faker is behind, they're trying to get in here, but we have a stopwatch as that's BDD going in, looking to get somebody, but he just gets nearly blown up and will get burned down by Cuz. There's just really no hope here for Gen.G. They tried to make it happen, but that's going to be two. Clid has to eat the spear, but it doesn't matter because Jace is in the game. And I love this from T1. They're never backing down from a fight. Only Ruler will survive again. As 4 members of Gen.G go down, T1 have over 6,000 gold in the lead. And all the Drakes they could love to take at this point in time.
Remember what I said about a possible winner for Gen.G? Well, I think it was somewhere in that fight, and it was not found. And now you are in a position where both your solo lanes are incredibly far behind. A 1-3-1 is not really a possibility that you can go for against an incredibly fed Jace as well. Well, I mean, Faker should need no explanation with his current state as Renekton flanked is. They're going to try anyway.
Anyone want to try to fight in this game? Okay, that ult's not going to do anything. This is probably their best chance. They're trying to take out the Ziggs. As well, okay. Well, we're going to ult away now. They're trying to get on top of Keria, but it looks like the damage is just too much here, unfortunately. Double kill for the Jace, and even Ziggs get into the action. I didn't even see BDD die. Like, it didn't even look like he was in that fight. That's just the unfortunate state of things here for Gen.G. T1 are just demolishing them here in game number 2. And that's just the way it's going to be.
10k gold at 24 minutes!
Yeah.
I just need a moment to take this in. Faker, by the way, just because you pointed it out, he went for Chain Vest. He didn't get his stopwatch, or he could have done even more in that fight, but we joke because there is really not that much more to say about this game. That is so for T1, because this is Kana.
Okay, well, he's got that item, and now he's going to have some follow-up. And at this point, you know, even if you do run into the enemy, it feels like you can't die. That's just kind of the lead they do have now. And he has teleport as well, so he's just going to get back into the fight. And with Baron buff for another minute 30, they're just going to look to end this here, I think, eventually. See if Gen.G can get on top of Faker here. The answer is going to be no, as there's another Shock Blast. And again, Gen.G will be sent back to the fountain.
One Hail Mary engage, I guess, to try and salvage something.
They tried that in the top lane and it didn't work.
But there's no other plan, Valdez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just gotta hope somebody makes a mistake and then maybe Viego pops off or something. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a really nice turnaround for T1, and like we were both kind of commenting. Uh-oh, Ruler. Yeah, that's, yep. Go back to the fountain again. Rise and focus, of course, in the items here for Gumayusi. And again, it's not even that Teddy was playing poorly. I think it's just that Gumayusi deserved a chance. And I mean, this is a great comeback for him in game number 1, pulling out the Ziggs a couple of games. See if it, you know, draws out a big ban a couple of games in a row against their next opponent, whoever it is. As Gen.G, they're going to give it one last chance. As well, that was, yeah. This is just, they're just going to push this one in. A gigantic Shock Blast to the face. As now Faker's just going 1v3 on the back line, basically 1v5 now. As in goes BDD. Does a nice amount of burst damage, but again, we're just going to drop that safe full of cash onto the heads of Gen.G, and T1 are going to take the massive 2-0 victory tonight in very swift fashion, very dominant fashion, as they absolutely crush Gen.G 2-0.